Did you know that you can set up an automatic response when you're out of the office or you're out of town or you're in a meeting? There's lots of different ways to use your out of office. I'll show you how to use Yahoo's out of office, which is called vacation response, today on Tuesday Tech Training. Hello, and welcome to today's Tuesday Tech Training. My name is Jennifer Stewart. I'm the owner of Gateway Productivity, and I'm a tech and productivity trainer. Today, I'll show you how to set up your vacation response in Yahoo. Some people are used to hearing out of office as what that's called, and you can use them interchangeably, but just know when you're looking for it in Yahoo, it's called vacation response. I'll start by showing you how to get to your vacation response and set it up, and then I'll talk to you about some different ways you could use it. Even though it's called vacation response, there's a lot of other things you can use it for, such as when you're in meetings, or if you want an automatic email to go out to everyone. And one we don't often talk about is if you're trying to get out of Yahoo and go somewhere else, you can have an automatic response that goes to people that says, here's my new email address. We'll talk about all of that in a moment. First, let's look at how to get to your vacation response and how to set it up. To get to your vacation response from your inbox, you'll go to this upper right area and look for settings. We'll click on that. This first thing that it shows you is for the look and feel of your inbox, so you're welcome to play with that, but we're looking for more settings today. And then I will move my picture so that it's out of the way. And we're looking on the left-hand side for vacation response. We'll click on that. And you can see right now, it looks a little bit intimidating because it's just blank. To start working on your vacation response, you'll need to click the button to turn it on. And what's great about Yahoo is they will pull in a signature if you have a standing signature in your email. So that is a great feature. And if you don't have a standing signature, but you've got one created somewhere, you can always copy and paste it into your out of office. You can also copy and paste it into signatures, and I'll put a link to the Yahoo signature setup so that you can learn how to do that. The first piece with Yahoo is to set the date. So the date it's going to start. So in my case, this is today, and then the day that it's going to end. And remember when you're setting this up, to make it the day before you get back, because it will run on this end date. And that's tripped me up several times where it was running on the first day I was back, which is not what I wanted. So just watch that when you set this up. So we'll set this, let's say I'm going to be back Friday. So I'll set this up to stop on Thursday. And then we can put our body of information in here. We can just put hit enter a couple times to get above our signature. And I'm going to grab some text that I normally use. I normally say something like, thank you for your email. I will be out of the office until whatever day. And this I can change to be the current information. And you can format this however you want. If you want to make some changes, there are some formatting options down here. And I say that I will not be checking email while I'm away, and how to reach me if they need to and what they should do. So that's the key piece here, is set expectations for what they can expect to happen with their email and when they can expect to hear back from you, and how to get in touch with you or someone else if they have an emergency. That's what you're trying to convey with this out of office or vacation response email. And I always say at the end, otherwise I'll look forward to responding to you when I return. And then I have a little ending piece here. You can have that or not, and then have your signature if you'd like, or you can just put your contact information if that's easier for you. Then if we scroll down, we have this option here, send a different response to specific domains. That allows you the option to send different responses to different people. So let's say you have a client that you want to send a specific response to where they can get right in touch with you. You can make a response for them by checking this, and then you can put in the domain of whoever it is. So I'll put something like that. And if you have a secondary, you can add that as well. And then that message can be slightly different. You could copy what you have up here, paste it in here, and we'll go ahead and do that. We'll copy that and paste it. And then you can tweak it to say what needs to be different. So that's a nice feature that they allow for a slightly different response to go to different people. And once you're done with that, you can click save, and it will give a line item right here that says, this is your vacation response for this time frame. If you need to get back and edit that, you can just click on the line item. It'll open up the editing screen again. And then if you scroll down, once you have saved it the first time, if you scroll all the way down, you do have the option to remove the vacation response completely. If you want to pause your vacation response, so let's say sometime in that time frame you end up coming back into the office, you want to pause it for a day, you can just turn off the vacation response, but it doesn't delete that response. So that's two different pieces. You can turn it on and off here. And then if you click on it, you can remove it completely. So that's up to you. You can also choose to turn it off, and then the next time you're on vacation, turn it back on and reuse what you had already created. That's a great way to do this. And in that case, you would just change your dates and then maybe change a little bit of information in the emails that go out to people. If you need to change the domains that get a special email, you can do that, or you can completely delete that section by unchecking this box. One nice piece is if you accidentally uncheck the box, but you really wanted it to be there, when you check it again, we'll scroll down, you see it actually keeps what you had there before. One thing I would recommend is that when you're back from your vacation or your meeting or whatever it is you have this set for, come back here and make sure that it turned off your vacation response at the proper time. Now that you know how to set up your vacation response in Yahoo, let's talk about some different ways you could use it. Of course, there's the traditional way, which is using it when you're on vacation. You could also use it if you are in a meeting or a day-long conference or something like that. And then there are a couple outside the box options. One of those is if you choose to check email at certain times during the day, which I recommend from a productivity standpoint. Some people's jobs won't allow for that, and that's perfectly fine. But if you do choose to check email at certain times during the day, and those are pretty standard for you, you can have a response go out to every person who emails you saying when you check your emails, so that starts to set up expectations that if someone emails you, you may not get back to them right away. You may be getting back to them the next morning or later in the afternoon. You can put those timeframes in that automatic response. And as you saw with Yahoo, you can have two different types of responses. You could have one that goes out to the general public, and then you might have some that go out to specific people. And remember, you only have two domains you can use for those specific people. But let's say you have contractors at a certain company, and then you have an assistant maybe. And those two people you could put in the second response that could say something more specific about how they could reach you during a different time, whereas the other one just says, I'll get back to you at such and such or such and such a time in the day, because that's when I check my email. So that's one way you can use it. If you do choose to use it in that way, when you are out of the office or on vacation, you will probably need to change that up and change the messages. What you might want to do is copy and paste into a Word document or something like that what you typically have going out on a regular basis. And then you can put your vacation response in there and then flip them back and forth. Maybe that document can have all your different automatic responses, your vacation response and your other ones, and then you can copy and paste the relevant thing in there. And you can just set the dates. Obviously, that's a little bit more confusing if you're going to have an automatic response that goes all the time. Then you might want to set the dates way out. So it starts now and it goes until, I don't know, 2 years from now, whatever it'll let you choose. Go ahead and choose something way out so you don't constantly have to change that. Another outside the box option that you could use this for is if you choose to leave Yahoo and go to a different email address, you can use this to send automatic responses to everyone, letting them know your new email address. Again, you'll need to choose a date way out in the future to end it. Or if you decide that 6 to 9 months from now, if you haven't corresponded with someone, you don't worry about that message going out to them anymore. You can pick the date that you want it to end. But this can be really helpful if you're switching emails and you want that automatic response to be what generates information to people who are emailing you at the old Yahoo address, and you want them to switch to maybe a new Gmail, or maybe you got an Outlook or something like that. And in that instance, you would then have your email forwarded to the new place, and then you would have those automatic responses going out to people. So you could leave your Yahoo account in place for as long as you want, really, to make sure that you don't lose anything. No matter how you choose to use your vacation response in Yahoo, make sure you have a plan in place for what you're going to say and how you're going to use it, so that it's real easy when it comes time to turn it on. Have you had a light bulb moment from this training? If so, please let me know in the comments below. You can also put questions in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. You can also choose to give the video a thumbs up, or you could share it with someone who you think could benefit from the information. And don't forget to subscribe. You can do that by clicking the red button below. Once you do that, you'll see a bell icon. Go ahead and click that if you'd like to receive notifications each time a new video is posted. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.